So today we finally see a bearish reaction, which coincidentally appears just below the most important resistance zone for the SPY, close to its all-time high. Now, that in itself is a warning sign, so is now the time to panic? Are we going to cry and despair about it? Well, of course not, because here on this channel we have a strategy for every single thing. You are watching the Finance Hydra channel, where we analyze the market every single day through the lens of technical analysis, without bias or emotion, without panic or stress. Here, we develop intelligent strategies using technical evidence and probability to our advantage. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily study. Now, as we can see here, SPY is clearly collapsing today, making a very ugly bearish reaction, a very ugly bearish candle right below the all-time high resistance level. That's not good. That's not a good signal. What's more, this bearish candle has a name. It is technically engulfing the previous bullish candle. Therefore, this candle is a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, which does reverse the trend 79% of the time, according to Thomas Bulkowski's studies. Just take a look at his website, thepatternSite.com. Again, thepatternSite.com for more information, for more statistics regarding candlestick and chart patterns. Now, this pattern has a quite high chance of reversing, but guys, this pattern needs to be triggered first, meaning we gotta see next week SPY losing today's low in order to trigger this bearish engulfing candle pattern. Otherwise, this move could be as crazy as this sounds, it could be just another harmless pullback on the daily chart back to the 21-day EMA. The exponential moving average on the daily chart over here, which is acting as a support level for us today. Therefore, we need to wait for more confirmation next week. If we see this bearish engulfing getting triggered, all right, probably we're gonna see a sharper correction ahead, maybe to retest our next technical support level near the 524, or even lower levels, maybe to close this little gap over here, right, around 585. Therefore, we have plenty of downside if we see this pattern getting triggered, if we see this top signal getting materialized next week, if we see the SPY losing today's low along with the 21-day EMA. Again, the exponential moving average on the daily chart over here. Therefore, if we lose these two key short-term support levels, all right, we are going to technically reverse the medium-term bullish sentiment, materializing a top signal below a very dangerous resistance level, which is the all-time high level. All right, so let's pay attention on how SPY is going to behave right here near these support levels after materializing this engulfing pattern on the daily chart. That's very important. Now, you may ask, but Nathan, what it takes for the SPY to reject this bearish thesis of yours? If we see SPY closing above, now pay attention, closing above today's high next week, all right, we are going to completely reject the idea of a bearish engulfing, and we are going to frustrate this possible top signal. All right, but it is not gonna be easy. We gotta see a quite miraculous bullish reaction in order for the SPY to technically reverse this, frustrate this bearish reaction. Okay, it is not going to be easy, but it is a real possibility. On the 1 hour chart, we see just another pullback. Okay, we don't see yet lower highs, lower lows. If we see a lower high, lower low, then all right, SPY is going to officially reverse the trend on the hourly chart, on the daily chart, possibly on the weekly chart as well, because we are near above critical support levels on the weekly chart over here. So we gotta pay attention right now on how the SPY is going to behave near these support levels. If we see SPY triggering this top signal, okay, we will see a particularly dangerous situation for the index. Many stocks will correct as well. In this case, we have to update our strategies. The QQQ shares the exact same pattern. We also see a bearish engulfing candle pattern over here below the 533 resistance level, the previous top level. We see the 21-day EMA holding the price today. Okay, so this is quite good. On the 1-hour chart, we see another collapse, but we have yet to see clear lower highs, lower lows yet. If we see another high, another recovery, if we see the QQQ rejecting today's candle next week, fantastic. It is going to completely reject any bearish thesis over here. It will be a very insane bear trap. This is a real possibility because we are still above key support levels, but again, it all depends on how we are going to react next week, if we're going to lose today's low along with the 21-day EMA or not. All right, so these are the most important inflection points for the SPY and the QQQ right now. And the NVIDIA looks phenomenal. Okay, it does look phenomenal. NVIDIA just hit my personal target today, 129. I had a personal target around this area, and I told you guys that this area is going to be the next major resistance level for NVIDIA, because this area is made of the 129, the previous top level over here from January 28, the previous support level a few times over here in the past few months, and of course it is very close to the 21-day EMA as well, which is going down. It is descending, so we see a triple resistance level in this area, and this area was my personal target because I did recommend to the members of our 5% project to buy NVIDIA over here near this bottom signal. Right now it went up nicely, it just hit our target, so NVIDIA right now is technically speaking a sell for profit taking purposes. Okay, I'm not saying it is a sell to short, it is for profit taking purposes. If you bought NVIDIA with us over here near the support level, this clear support level made by the 115, made by the 113 area over here, if you bought at this point, fantastic. Now is a good time for you to sell. Now you may ask, but Nathan, what if NVIDIA keeps rising? What should I do? Because technically this is worse than losing money. All right, seeing a stock going up after you sell it, right? This sucks. All right, yes it does, but that's why we work with strategy. In this context, if you do believe, or if you are afraid that NVIDIA will keep going up, use our trailing stop gain strategy. What's that, Nathan? Is when you see a stock reaching your target and then you book profits partially, okay, you sell like 50 or 70 or maybe 80% of your position, and then you hold a few stocks over here just in case. If you see the market going up next week, all right, you still be in this one, okay? You are not going to lose this ride, and then you just set a trailing stop gain below the 129. Okay, so if we see NVIDIA dropping below the 129 again, all right, then you sell the remaining stocks, your remaining stocks, and this is it. Okay, you will be completely liquidated on NVIDIA, and that's it. If you see NVIDIA rising, you keep moving your stop loss to the previous day's low, and then you let the market cash you out. All right, that's a fantastic strategy because it does not rely on emotions, on trying to predict the top. All right, you don't know. We can't possibly predict the future because trading is reactive. It is not predictive, so we can't possibly tell. This way, you take out any emotion from this equation, you take out any stress from this equation, and you let the market cash you out when the market materializes a top signal. That's a classic trailing stop gain strategy. And guys, if you want to trade with us, just become a member of our educational project, the 5% project. I gotta be transparent and honest with you guys, because there I give you complete trading strategies with entry signals. I explain where to buy, why to buy, where to get out if it goes wrong, how to proceed if it goes right, etc. All with a strong educational appeal and based on intelligent strategies that always seek to control risk and maximize returns. Signals in real time, because we are a skin in the game community. What's more, it is free to try. It's free to try, no strings attached, because our philosophy is one of transparency, of delivering results first, of proving our value to our students first. Then we let you decide whether it's worth staying or not. Our performance speaks for itself, so just get to know our service. The link to my website is in this video's description. It's right here in this video's description, all right? Just take a look over there. Now, that's how you do a very good and intelligent trading strategy, even on Nvidia, which was dropping, okay? Because Nvidia, if you ask me, is still bearish, okay? It is still in bearish territory. It's still below its resistance levels. Could Nvidia reverse? Of course it could, but we don't know yet. We gotta wait for a clear breakout of this resistance area in order to believe that Nvidia could possibly recover again, maybe to close this gap at 142. All right, so right now, so far so good. Okay, Nvidia is a sell, at least partially, for profit-taking purposes, and this is it. That's all that I know so far. Now, Tesla. This one is a real bummer, right? I have been talking about the 358 for many weeks right now, okay? Many weeks right now. Some people hate when I say that Tesla is supposed to drop to retest its support levels, but guys, that's not me, okay? That's technical analysis, all right? Right now, guess what? We are at $361. We are $4 away from our target over here. So yes, the trend is bearish. It is not bullish, is bearish, medium term wise. Medium term speaking on the daily chart. What about long term speaking, Nathan? Long term speaking, we are bullish. We are bullish because on the weekly chart, we see Tesla making a sequence of higher highs, higher lows, trading above the 21 weekly moving average. We are above the previous support level at 358. So, all right, we are maintaining the uptrend on the weekly chart. As far as I know, if we see any bottom signal in this area over here, that would be phenomenal. Phenomenal. Possibly another incredible buying opportunity, but so far there is no technical evidence suggesting a bottom signal. So far, apparently, we are heading towards the 358 and there is absolutely nothing that could stop us from getting there. If we see a miraculous reaction in Tesla next week or maybe in the next few days, all right, maybe you're gonna see a bottom signal in this area. But so far, there is not a single bullish reaction, okay? Not a single one. We can't work with a bullish strategy over here because there are no technical evidence supporting a bullish thesis, period. All right, we don't know if Tesla will keep going up, if Tesla will keep dropping, but we know that there is no technical evidence that supports a bullish case over here. All right, that's it. AMD, guys, speaking of downtrends, AMD is clearly in a downtrend, okay? I think we can all see that, all right? We see a sequence of lower highs, lower lows. Guys, as long as we don't see higher highs, higher lows, the trend, the bear trend, will persist because trends persist until a clear reversal occurs. That's Charles Dow, or that's Dow theory, created by the Charles Dow, creator of the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index, founder of the Wall Street Journal, one of the most important figures in the financial industry. This guy said on his tenet number 5, I guess, or 6, I believe, tenet trends persist until a clear reversal occurs. Do we see a clear reversal right now? Do you think that's a clear bullish reversal to you? Well, it is not, all right? There is no technical evidence supporting a bottom signal, a bullish reversal. AMD is still dropping, is still looking very bearish. In order for AMD to make a bottom signal, to start, okay, the first thing it has to do is to make a miraculous reaction on the weekly chart, closing, excuse me, closing above the 121, the previous support level, which is now a resistance level. Okay, by breaking this key point, all right, AMD will have a chance of recovering, but right now, apparently there is not a single bottom signal, not a single buy signal. Nathan, this candle was quite bullish, right? What if we see AMD going up next week? Remember, any bounce to the 21-day EMA could be just another dead cat bounce, because that's what AMD is doing. That's a classic bear trend. We see a bounce and then a drop. We see a bounce and then a drop. We see bounce, drop, bounce, drop, bounce, drop, bounce, drop. So why do you think this time would be different? That's why I always like to tell you guys to trade strategically, waiting for confirmation, waiting for clear signals before buying or before selling, all right? Of course, there is no right and there is no wrong. The only thing that you shouldn't do at all costs is trading without stop loss. Okay? If you are not using stop loss, well, you are dead already, okay? You are crazy, but right now, we always work strategically here in this channel. Now, speaking of trading recklessly, Palantir is a real bear killer. This one is going up. It is crazy. And every single time I see a stock like this, right, I always see the same narratives. I see people complaining that it is overvalued. The price to earnings ratio makes no sense. It is, many indicators are saying that it is a sell, etc. Guys, as long as we don't see technical evidence supporting a bearish case, Palantir will not reverse this bullish sentiment, okay? It is not. Right now, it is going up today 1.46%. It is going up, making a new record high. Is this a top signal? Well, it could be. Just like this signal could have been a top signal, right? We saw another possible top signal over here. We saw a possible top signal over here, right? Many of these signals were possible top signals and they were not triggered. Therefore, this is why I always tell you guys, it is better to just trade strategically, waiting for confirmation price action wise. On the 1 hour chart, we see another fantastic bullish move. We see a sequence of higher highs, higher lows. Now, if AMD loses today's low and loses the 21-hour EMA, making a very clear bearish chart structure like a lower high, lower low, then all right, I do see technical evidence supporting the idea that yes, we could trigger a sharper correction on the weekly chart. All right, but as long as we don't see this scenario materializing, Palantir is not a sell, at least not to me. And again, always trade strategically. If you need help with that, join the 5% project. The link to my website is in this video's description, okay? So far, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see any meaningful buy opportunity or sell opportunity on Palantir. If I see one, of course, I will promptly warn you guys on our Telegram channel, but right now, there is not, okay? There is none. As far as I know, any pullback to the $100 could be just another harmless pullback. Nathan, what if we lose the $100? Then all right, then we're gonna see another correction, possibly to the 21-day EMA or maybe even to the $84. That would be a quite strong correction, but so far, we are still above many support levels. So let's be careful, all right? Again, trade strategically in order to avoid unnecessary losses, okay? Again, join our website, join our educational project. The link is in this video's description. And Micron, speaking of trades over here that we like to do, Micron did trigger a buy signal to us. I did share an entry signal on Micron to the members of the 5% project while Micron was down here, okay? It went up nicely. However, my personal target was this gap over here, okay? To close this gap. Right now, we see Micron dropping, making a top signal. It is going to be very hard for us to actually lose money on Micron right now, because if we see this top signal getting triggered, maybe it will be an opportunity for us to exit Micron with a roughly on break even, or maybe even with a small loss, because this could be a top signal before another collapse to the $85, okay? Because Micron is bouncing, finding a resistance level below the $96, which was a previous resistance level over here, support level over here a few times, support level over here again, support level over here. Now it is a clear resistance level in this area again, so it is not a good signal. Possibly it is going to be, if we lose today's low, Micron will be a sell, all right, for hedge purposes, okay? Let's hedge our position. Let's not be reckless in this market, because if we see the indices making top signals, if we see Micron following the indices, there is a decent chance that Micron could correct to the $94, I'm so sorry, to the $85 down here. All right, that would be a very dangerous and a problematic situation, and this is why I always tell you guys to work strategically, to use stop loss. Always know where your stop loss, where your target is going to be, even before you place the trade, okay? So by doing so, we manage to boost our gains while we mitigate our losses. It is all about risk reward relationship, okay? It is all about making more than losing when you lose money, because we don't have 100% accuracy all the time, all right? In fact, the members of the 5% project has an accuracy rate of 70%. That's our performance, all right? We have a 70% accuracy. However, on average, for every single dollar we lose, we make $2 when we make money, when our trades are winning trades, okay? So that's how you achieve long-term consistency, working with strategy, using risk management, using statistics in your favor, using technical analysis in your favor. There are many tools we use in order to build the best strategy possible for us. Therefore, yes, we should always work strategically. Now, regarding Sofi, this one looks quite interesting, because we see Sofi losing the previous support level, right? Making a bearish pivot point. Now, we don't see Sofi reacting well to the point of breaking and closing above $15.22 again. Okay, this support level is quite annoying, because right now it is a technical resistance. In theory, in the absence of a clear bottom signal, Sofi is supposed to retest its next technical target, around $13, okay? In the absence of a technical bottom signal. Is there any bottom signal right now? No, there is not. If I see one, yes, I will tell you guys it will be a buy. Probably I'm gonna share a complete trading plan on our Telegram channel, but right now it is not a buy, okay? Maybe next week, maybe, right? Sofi is a relatively detached stock, right, from the broad market. It has a high beta, 2.35, as we can see here on the left, in the right corner. But guys, it is a quite detached stock, okay? It moves independently from the market. So I do like how Sofi behaves. It has a high beta, but it is not following the market. So if we see a bottom signal, fantastic. It could be a fantastic buying opportunity, but so far there is no such opportunity. Now, Uber, you guys are crazy about it, right? I received many messages. My wife asked me to analyze Uber in this channel. You guys are all, Nathan, analyze Uber. Nathan, please do Uber analysis. Nathan, please become an Uber driver. Nathan, Uber. Nathan, guys, guys, there is no, there is not a single reason for us to be euphoric over here. I know, it's going up 7% today, all right? Yesterday it went up 8%, while 2 days ago it collapsed like 7.5%. So right now, what do I see on Uber? I see a breakout of a clear congestion, okay? This move was quick and it was intense, all right? If you ask me, it kind of resembles a cup and handle chart pattern, right? It is not perfect, but it does resemble a kind of cup and handle over here. Still, it is a bullish candle structure, bullish chart structure. The breakout of this congestion is also quite good. What's Uber's next technical target? If you ask me, we wanna close this open gap at $78.82. Now, is Uber a buy right now? Well, since the volatility was quite high after earnings, is still quite high after earnings, I don't like buying it right here, right now, because the risk-reward ratio makes no sense. I mean, where is going to be my stop loss? Below today's low, and the target is $78? That's too little, okay? It doesn't make too much sense. But if we see in the next few days, in the next few weeks, a pullback to the $70 area again, and if we see a bullish reaction in this area, it will be a fantastic buying opportunity. But right now, Uber is not showing any meaningful signal, at least not to me, okay? Not according to my trading methodology. And guys, this reminds me, I never ask you to subscribe in the first few minutes of our videos, precisely because I know that the TikTok generation, the people who already melted their brains and lost their attention span, watching short videos, they can't bear to watch a video like this one. I don't want lots of subscribers. I want quality subscribers. And if you have made it this far, well, my dear friend, you are a focused person, dedicated person, the kind of person I like to have around. So subscribe, join us, click the like button if you like analysis like this, content like this, because we are here every single day sharing many ideas, many trading strategies, many analysis without bias, okay, without panicking anyone, without hyping anyone, anything. We are just analyzing charts, trying to design good strategies. And speaking of strategy, MicroStrategy, this one reported earnings recently, all right? And right now, we see a sideways move. It is just like many other stocks, moving sideways over here, okay? We don't see a meaningful breakout of the 383 or a breakout of the 285 support level. We only see MicroStrategy moving sideways over here, right? The 21-day EMA is flat. We don't see any meaningful movement, but I do agree that if we see a breakout of the 383, we could see another rally to the all-time high, retesting the $540 area again. But so far, there is no meaningful breakout. We are still below the 21-day EMA, right? In theory, if you ask me, we are heading towards the next support level, 285. Any bullish reaction near the support level will be another buying opportunity, because remember, buy near support levels, sell near resistance levels. That's how we do here in this channel. That's how we do on the 5% project. Therefore, always watch the most important inflection points and see how our stocks behave near their inflection points, because this tells a lot. Why should you buy near a support level? Because you buy when the risk-reward ratio is optimized. If you lose money, okay, I'm gonna lose a little because the stop loss will be cheap, will be below this support area. If you make money, fantastic. We have plenty of upside until the next resistance level. So that's how you maximize your wins and you mitigate your losses using technical analysis, using price action in your favor. All right, so far this one is worth monitoring. It is on my personal radar. And again, if you want to have access to my strategies, join the 5% project. Link is in the video description. Thank you for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys next week.